Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a sort of little train with me video. So we are going to be training a horse, and whilst I train I'm going to be doing a little Q&A video. So I really hope you enjoy, and yeah, let's get on with the video. Right guys, so before we begin with training, I want to get like the outfit sorted. I have an idea of like what I want it to do because this is probably going to go out before Christmas. I have an idea that I want to do like a Christmas outfit because like it could go out on Christmas Eve because I'm working on a breeding video at the moment. So like it could go out at Christmas Eve, on Christmas Eve. So let's do a Christmassy kind of themed outfit. Normally for Christmas themed, I do go with this kind of outfit, but I'm kind of tempted to go, should I add a body protector? Oh, we need a t-shirt. What t-shirt? That one? No, not, that's a base layer, not that base layer. That t-shirt? Wait, we could go with that base layer and then that. See, that could be nice, but then it's not very Christmassy. So I could also go for the black country vest kind of thing. That's cute. And then we go with where's blue gloves? Yeah, blue gloves, blue helmet. Oh, that's not the blue helmet. Blue helmet. Yeah. See, that's cute. Yeah, let's go with that. That's really cute. Right, next we are going to find the horse that we are going to be riding. So I gave you the option of Oakley, Pumpkin, Ghost and Chunky, and you guys did want Pumpkin, so we will be training Pumpkin today. So these are his stats. So I have trained him up a bit already, like ages ago though, so it hasn't really affected much. So they're quite low at the moment. So we're gonna try and get them a bit up. Now for tack sets for him, we're gonna go clear and we're gonna go with this saddle, this bridle, and then we're gonna go with that pad, and then we need, where is it? The saddle pad that matches the outfit that we've chosen. This one, not the green, the blue. And then we need that, and that. Yeah, there we go. And then that breastplate. And then we need the Santa hat to make it a bit Christmassy, you know, just a bit Christmassy. So that is the outfit that we are going to go for today. And then we're going to head to the training grounds, I think, to start off with the training. So we're going to start off by going to walk, and then I could start with the Q&A questions because there are a lot. So yeah, let's start. Right, so I did ask you both on a community post, and a YouTube video. So I'm going to be reading off the community post first, and then I'll go on to the video. I might also repeat questions, but that's absolutely fine because I'm just answering all of them in a massive list because people commented so many, and I'm so grateful for all the questions. So thank you for that. But yeah, let's start with the questions. Right, so the first question is will I ever get my own horse? And yes, I will, but I don't know when. It could be next year, could be a million years away. I don't know. Like my goal in life is to get my own horse eventually, whether it's before I'm an adult, or after I'm an adult. Like whether it just depends on when's the right time, when the right horse is available, if you know what I mean. But certainly at the moment, I'm not good enough to have my own horse, if you know what I mean, because there's still so many things I need to learn. So yeah. The next question is, how many horses have I brought in ETG? So I'm guessing it's got to be over 50. Definitely over 50. I don't think it would be over 100. So I'm gonna say around 60, 65, 70. Oh, but then there's breeding as well. But that doesn't that's not classed as buying, is it? So I don't know, about 50 something, probably 60 something, around there. And then the next question is, have I got my confidence back fully with cantering? And the answer is no, not fully, because still at the moment when I first go to canter, like in a lesson when I first have to canter, I panic and I can't do it, and like I struggle to begin with, but once I get going then I can do it. But if I want to start like cantering regularly in every lesson, and because I'm only riding once a month at the moment because I go help out, and I just happen to get like I book a private lesson occasionally, whenever there's like an available thing, because I'm very bad at like booking it in advance. So I get one like once a month. I'm wanting to do more after Christmas. So yeah, but I want to start like cantering like regularly, so every single lesson. Like normally I do, but when I have a private lesson, it's once a month. So if I get more lessons frequently, then I could be cantering every single time I ride, which would be really nice, because that way I'll get my confidence back and I'll learn how to do more stuff. So yeah. The next question is, who is my favourite horse other than Bluebell and Troy? And I've got to say Charlie, because he is the horse that's got my confidence back. He's the only horse I've actually cantered on with confidence since I fell off. So yeah, I'm really happy like that I got put on him, because I probably wouldn't be where I like am with my confidence if it wasn't for him, because he's just so easy, and like he has his moments where he's difficult and he does pick up the wrong lead most of the time, but he is absolutely amazing, and I'm very grateful that I am being put on him. The next question is, what is my favourite horse coat? And I've got to say it's either a chestnut or a palomino. I love both of them so much. The next question is, who is my fave ETG horse? Now I have a couple, and I'm going to list them. So it's Chips, Vulcan, Olaf, Rosie, Clover, Pumpkin, Oakley, some of the new horses that I bred in a breeding video, and that should be out already. There's three in there. There's two red duns that I love, and then the Tovero with the badger face. I love him so much. So they're probably my favourites that I have, but there are loads. Like I can't pick one favourite, but I guess I would say Chips if I had to pick one favourite. The next question is, what is my highest potential horse in ETG? And that is Olive. And she's got 850 potential. And I got her from where they first started putting horses into the season pass. And that was just kind of like the potential that I got for that high potential one. Some people got like 1,100, and I'm really jealous because I want that. But it's fine because I like Olive. She's got 850 potential. So yeah. The next question is what is my biggest goal for 2025? And I think it is probably to get my confidence fully back for cantering and maybe have a little go at jumping. Like, I don't know what's going to happen in 2025. Like, I can't predict anything, because it might be I'm not ready for jumping, or it might be I am ready for jumping. So yeah, it honestly depends on what happens, because it might be that next year's just focusing on canter work, and then the year after that is jumping. Like honestly, I have no idea, but I do want to work on cantering and have a jump, just maybe one jumping lesson, you know. So the next question is, what's my favourite thing about Bluebell? And honestly, I can't pick one thing because there's so many. Her personality, how cute she is, her blue eyes, her quirkiness. I love her little pink nose as well. I love her feathers, even though half the time that I rode her, she didn't have them on just because she had mites, and her feathers were like basically their home, so that they had to get rid of her feathers to get rid of the mites. So yeah, I just love her, and I miss her so much. Like, I miss her to a point where like I can't cry anymore, if you know what I mean. Like, I just sit there and stare at a picture of her. But anyway, on to the next question. So the next question is, how many horses do I have in Grand Prix in ETG? And now it would probably be around 8, but I sold most of my Grand Prix horses because I was working on more newer horses that were better almost. So at the moment it's only 2. Hopefully I get more in Grand Prix in the future. I'm working on getting Badger to Grand Prix at the moment as I skip down the season pass, so he'll probably be my next Grand Prix horse. I think the 2 horses that are in it are Clover and Casper. Yeah, they are the only 2 horses that are in Grand Prix. Those are the 2. So it's nearly 3. So the next question is, what is my tallest horse? And that is 18.3. Pretty sure it's like 183 centimeters, maybe. Let me check actually, like the centimeters, because the 2 18.3s I have is one's 183 and the other one I think's taller. So let me have a look. Turns out I got it completely wrong. It's actually 192.4. So the Tovero one that I have is 192.4, and then the other one that I have is 192.1. So the Tovero is my tallest horse, which is really nice because I love the Tovero apart from the mane and tail colour. So that's good. The next question is, would I ever consider buying a horse in America? So it's a bit of a question I wouldn't expect to get, because like I live in England, the UK, so like, but I guess if the perfect horse was in America for me, like everything about it was perfect, age-wise, height-wise, coat-wise, like if everything was perfect, then I would 100% consider buying it. But it would be money that would be the problem, because I would have to fly it over, or get it shipped over on a boat, I guess. Can horses go on boats? I don't know, but I would have to get it flown over on a plane, wouldn't I? And then that's risks of it getting injured, money, it would be really expensive. So probably not, but if it just so happened to be the right horse, then maybe yes. I'm kind of in the middle of yes and no, because I really don't know the answer to that. Right, so the next question is what is my dream horse IRL? And when I made my dream horse in ETG, I made it as my dream horse IRL. So Pumpkin here, funny enough, we're doing this training video on him. He is my dream horse. Literally, IRL. Literally, he is my dream horse in ETG and IRL. Actually, ETG might be a Red Dum, Pinto, Fjord Main, Frisian, 19 hand high. 100% my dream horse in ETG. But if we were talking about creator horse wise, dream horse, this is my dream horse IRL. Chestnut, this chestnut coat colour, a blaze, and 4 equal stockings. I just think that was absolutely adorable, and I really want that. I don't know why, but that's just what I want as my horse. And I found a horse the other day that was literally perfect height, my dream horse, and it was a girl, a mare, and I would rather have a gelding, I think, because I want my dream horse to be called Pumpkin, but that I know that's never gonna happen. And but it was 20 grand, and I was 20 grand for a horse, I can't buy that. Anyway, on to the next question. Right, so the next question is, what is my favourite horse breed in ETG and IRL? So IRL, I'm going to say Mini Cobb because of Bluebell, I just love her. Or a Connemara, because I love Connemara's, because that's what Charlie is, and I think a Connemara would be the perfect breed for me if I was to buy a horse. And then in ETG, it's probably either the Swedish Warmblood or the Oldenburg. I also like Frisians. I love Frisians, and I also love Fjords. I think those would be my favourites out of all the horse breeds. So the next question is, how much money have I spent on ecoins in ETG? And I've got to say, it's probably above £100, maybe even above 150. I feel like that's quite a lot of money, but it's been worth it, because I brought season passes, which have been £10/£15. I spent £20 on the game at one point when it was able to spend £20. I spent £5. I spent a lot. Actually, maybe it's not 100 yet. Maybe just £100. I don't know. I'll have to check actually, but I don't know how to check. I have no clue how to check. But I've spent a lot of money. I know that for a fact. So the next question is, how high have I jumped IRL? And I've only jumped twice. One was a little kind of jumping lesson on Try, and he just trotted over everything, so it doesn't class as a bit. I don't feel like that was proper jumping. I just feel like that was a cross pole with, and then Troy trotted them. And then I jumped in Gymkhana and I rode Panda in that, and that was like at pony camp, and we did it bareback, and Panda was like playing up a bit, so we didn't properly get to jump in. I think I did it once over the pole trotting, and she trotted that as well, maybe jumped a tiny bit but not proper. So I wouldn't say I properly jumped, but even if those do class as jumping, it was literally a little jump block laid down on its side, so it was flat. So it wasn't that big. But yeah, I think that class is jumping, but it doesn't at the same time. So yeah, it was probably about. It wasn't even a ruler. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it was even a ruler. And that's 30 centimeters, so it was probably about 15 centimeters. But you know, it was fun. I enjoyed it. So the next question is if I could ride bareback, what horse would I ride bareback in ETG in IRL? So IRL, well, I've ridden bareback a couple of times because when I help out the yard at the end of the day, not so much now because it gets dark earlier, but in the summer we would be allowed, if there were 2 horses left, me and this other girl would ride bareback down to the free down. And I rode Pip bareback down to the free down, and I've also ridden Bluebell down to the free down because I did a pony club once, and afterwards we had to have a saddle pad on underneath because we had just finished the pony club, and because it was summer it got really hot and the horses were sweaty, so we had to hose them down, and then because we didn't want to sit straight on them because we would have got soaked, our bums would have got soaked, we put a saddle pad on just to, like, you know, to help prevent getting wet. So I rode Bluebell down to the free down bareback before. I think I've ridden Pippin bareback as well. I think that's it. I feel like I've ridden Pip twice, bareback down to the free down, but I can't remember if it was Pip. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and by the way, it wasn't actually for ETG anyway, so I don't have to worry about doing ETG for that question. The next question is what is my favourite discipline IRL? And I've got to say show jumping. I love show jumping. Like, that's what I want to do when I'm older. I want to do eventing, but I don't think I could face going over those jumps, especially if I do a higher level. Like, they're so thick and chunky. Like, I honestly feel like the world would swallow me up. Like, if you know what I mean, like the jump would swallow me. I don't know why, but it just puts me off. I don't also mind like not show jumping, dressage. I like dressage because in my lessons I normally do flat work and stuff. And when I did pony camp, I also did a dressage test, and I got 6th out of about, I think it was 15 girls, and I was well chuffed. I was on Pippin because I got to like own Pippin for the 2 days that I did pony camp, and I've got the sheet actually just by my bed. Let me check the sheet and I'll show you, tell you what scores I got. Right, never mind, I can't actually find it. It was not where I thought it was. I don't know where it's gone now. That's a bit of a problem, but oh well. So yeah, I got a 6, and I think I got an 8 on it, and I got a bunch of 6s and 7s. I think I only got a 3 and a 4 at the end because I turned late to go down the centre line. And I went down the centre line straight, but when I halted, Pippin halted, but then she walked a bit to the right, so we weren't on the centre line, and she wasn't square when we halted. But I guess I could have fixed that then saluted, but I was like, I had a bunch of people watching me and I was so nervous, so I just kind of saluted and like walked out of there. But yeah, I feel like I did quite a good job anyway. But yeah, to get 6th, and the person that won was somebody who has their own horse and they actually did like proper dressage tests. So I think I did pretty good to be like 6th. I think there were two girls from pony camp that were above me, and then it was the people that go to my yard, because my yard owner let some people who go to my yard compete in it as well, so it had more people, so it was more fun. So yeah, they beat us, but that's fine, that doesn't matter because like 6th is still really good. But I do love dressage a lot because it's just, I feel like it's just like flat work, isn't it? And then you're just it's just like set performance, if you know what I mean. Like you have to do set moves, so it's, but then like with a private lesson you have to do set moves, so it's kind of like a private lesson, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of quite fun, but show jumping is what I want to do, if you know what I mean. The next question is kind of the same, and it's what is my dream discipline, and it is show jumping because I really want to be a show jumper. I also really want to do the puissance. Is that how you say it? Because like it just looks so cool how they jump those massive jumps, but then like at the same time I'm short, so like I kind of feel like I would be immensely scared of jumping that big. Like I feel like I just want to be a show jumper, you know, jumping courses. I also quite like showing, actually. I really want to be a shower. Like Bluebell would have been so good at that because she's small and she's cute and her little feathers. I mean, she's got such a fancy trot. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I feel like showing would be really fun. And I also love show jumping. So I think those would be my dream disciplines. The next question is, what is my dream job? And I think I really want to be an equestrian YouTuber when I'm older. Like for example, This Says Me, Elphick Event Ponies, people like that. I really want to do that when I'm older. And I also really want to be a show jumper. And I also want to be a riding instructor. But I feel like I would suck at being a riding instructor because I can't tell what diagonal's what. I kind of just, when I ride, I basically just hope that I go on the right diagonal because I can feel it with some horses, but with other horses I can't feel it, and one just feels stiff and the other one doesn't, but somehow the one that feels stiff for me is the wrong one, no, the right one, and it's just really confusing my brain. And I can't tell which one's the right lead either. Like when I play ETG, I can't tell, because obviously you could change the lead in that, can't you? But I honestly cannot tell which is the right lead. But yeah, I feel like that would be quite fun. The next question is, if ETG did an update, what would you want the update to be? I think I really want there to be like multiplayer servers where I can like create a server and then like you guys can come join me and we could all play together. I could do like meet and greets on ETG. I think that would be fun. I also want there to be like breeding with other people's stallions. I think that would be really fun. Or like or being able to pay people to like train your horses for you. No, maybe not that actually. Or like you could sell your horses to certain people and like trade horses, trade tack, sell tack you don't use anymore, and like there'd be a whole like system where you could go on the laptop and like put tack that you don't use anymore, or tack items you don't need use anymore, like up for sale for certain amount of e-coins or e-cash, stuff like that. I think that would be a really cool feature. The next one's what's my favourite subject, and I'm guessing they mean for school. So for school, I've got to say history. I don't know why. I just love learning about the past, and it's the only like thing that sticks in my brain. So yeah, I've got to say history. The next question is, what is my favourite colour? And I think it's either pink, blue, like light blue. I also like, you know, like the flower, a bluebell. I love that colour, like that kind of bluebell colour. I love that colour, like the purple and the blue combined together. I love that colour. And I think I only like that colour because of bluebell. But I also just love that colour now, and I don't think it's because of bluebell. I just genuinely like that colour, and it's just so happened to be like because of bluebell. But yeah, I do love that colour, and I also like blue because of Bluebell's blue eyes. And pink was just always has been my favourite colour. So yeah. The next question is who is my favourite horse at the yard other than Bluebell and Troy? And I've got to say Charlie. I feel like I've already answered this question, but I'm going to do it again because why not? And just in case I haven't. So it's Charlie. I love Charlie because he got my confidence back. Pip because she's been really sweet, and like I was feeling sad on Saturday because Bluebell wasn't there, obviously, and it was the first day without her, and I was riding Pip in the 10 o'clock, because normally I get like a free lesson / hack, and I get to, like, it's a group lesson, because either they need numbers because there's not many people and they want to do something where they need more horses, so I just get like told to go do it, so I do it, and it's really fun, because like it's kind of like my payment for helping out, because I help out at the same time as like my auntie, and she works there, so that's 7:30 till 6, and obviously I wake up at 6 in the morning anyway, to get ready, so I'm there a very long time, so yeah, I get like free hacks and stuff, and I did the 10 o'clock on Pip, and I hugged her, and she actually like proper hugged me back, you know when they like wrap their like head around you. She did that, and I was literally crying at the time because obviously Bluebell wasn't there. Like, I wasn't properly crying, but I had like a tear running down my face, and I had to quickly wipe it away because somebody walked past. But yeah, I did miss Bluebell because I would have been on Bluebell. But I had a really good time on Pip, and she actually, I was quite nervous because the only horse that I've ridden with my confidence back is Charlie, properly, because I thought I was gonna have to canter on Pip, and I was really scared. I didn't end up cantering on Pip, we just did walk and trot, but Pip's really bouncy, and I also know when it's windy she plays up a lot, so I was already like, oh no, is she gonna do something? But she was such a good girl, and I'm really grateful for her. And then Panda is like Bluebell's bestie, and I feel like Panda misses Bluebell a lot, because normally you bring Panda and Bluebell down to the field, but it was just Panda now. So I do feel like Panda misses Bluebell a lot, and I love Panda because I could, when I like rode in the 10 o'clocks before Bluebell got sold, I would either ride Bluebell and Panda, and half the time I'd be put on Bluebell, but if it was like a time where Bluebell was being used at 11 o'clock in a private lesson, I would be put on Panda. And the day that I got my confidence back a bit, I cantered on Panda that morning, and I was in a state where I was so scared, and I honestly, when I put Panda away in her stable, I cried because I was honestly like, oh my god, I'm such a terrible rider, because I could not get her to canter. Like, she canters fine, she goes onto the right lead and stuff perfectly fine. I just could not get her into canter. I just couldn't. I didn't look, because I had a canter for ages. I didn't know how to, almost, if you know what I mean. But I cantered on her, and I felt like I did a horrible job. But at the same time, she put up with me, if you know what I mean. Like, if I was her, I would have been thrown off. Yeah, so they're probably my three favourites other than Bluebell and Troy. But it would definitely go, I think, Charlie, Pip, Panda, out of those, and then it goes. So I think my favourites are Bluebell, Charlie, Troy, Pip, Panda. I think that they're my favourite at my yard at the moment. If somebody else comes along and they're just so happen to be like perfect and everything, like Bluebell was, they will probably go up on my list. But nobody at the yard at the moment, that are new to my yard, are like special. I don't have such a connection with them. There is one horse that I like called Willow, but I don't really want to start liking her because I know they're planning on putting her up for sale soon, because my yard produces and sells horses. She's like one of the horses, and they they've produced, and she's really sweet. She's still a bit like spooky, if you know what I mean, like, and young, but she's gonna get sold in the next couple of months, and I don't really feel like if I like fall in love with her, for example, and then she gets sold, it's just gonna be a whole situation of Bluebell again, and I don't really feel like I can love another horse as much as I love Bluebell. So yeah. The next question is, what is my fave discipline in ETG? I'm gonna say cross country. I just love the cross country so much, and I wish we could do like more cross country, other than just the courses. Like, there were proper like feel like the, you know, like when you get to like intermediate and advanced, it's like a different area for cross country. I really wish that they did that area just full of different cross country jumps, and you could go there and just jump a bunch of cross country jumps without having to like you do in the meadows, you know, like with the show jumping and like the main arena and the training grounds and stuff, you know. Like, I wish they had that, and like I just love cross country. And then I also like show jumping. I don't like dressage so much in ETG because I hate how I go to do a dressage move and then the horse gets angry and starts bucking, even though I actually kicked it once, if you know what I mean. So yeah. The next question is, who is my favourite equestrian YouTuber? And I'm going to say it straight up, Elphick Event Ponies. I just love her and all her horses. Like, honestly, love her. I also like This As Me. I like Harlow. And I like Ride with Clara. I think Ride with Clara really helped me with getting my confidence back. Because her videos are like GoPro. And like, her instructor was saying stuff, and like I would use what her instructor said into my own riding to make it better, and it worked. Like, honestly, it works so much. And I also, when she was like doing canter, and her instructor was telling her like how to do it and stuff, I would kind of use that and put it into when I went for canter, and it made me so much more confident. And also because it's GoPro, I was like, when she cantered, I was seeing like, like the horse's ears and like and how like the GoPro moved when she was cantering. It just kind of made me feel like I was cantering, and I feel like that made me get more used to cantering. So yeah, I really like those 4 YouTubers. And then the next question is who's my favorite not so popular YouTuber? And I think I've got to say ETG Molly, because I just love her content so much. There's so many people that are like really like not popular that I love. There's, I guess Ride with Clara actually isn't that popular, so she would class as this. So I'm guessing I'm going to switch Ride with Clara from being my favourite equestrian YouTubers to being the not so popular ones, because she's popular. She's actually got like 500 more subscribers than me, I think. Which is incredible that she's so good and she's got 500 subscribers more than me. Like, it makes me kind of feel like I shouldn't have 10k, but I'm very blessed at every single one of my subscribers, and I just feel like she deserves more, if you know what I mean. Because there was a point where I had more, and like when I was watching her, I was like, oh, I have more subscribers than her, and then she would overtake me. And I was like, oh yes, she finally got more subscribers than me. She deserves it. And then I would overtake her, and like we were doing like this little race, and she didn't even know it. But yeah. On to the next question. The next question is, what inspired me to start horse riding? And to be honest, I don't know, because my auntie's always liked liked horses. But I think I started riding before she first got her horses. Because I started riding when I was like little, like 5 question mark, I think 5 or 6, maybe 7. And I think I just got it as a Christmas present. I don't know. I guess it's just like it was a Christmas present, and then like I fell in love with it. Um so yeah, I think that's how it started. I honestly have no clue. I don't even know whether, yeah, it must have been I just got it as a Christmas present, and then I went and I loved it because it was an own a pony, so it was different, and it was kind of like I would go there and own a pony for 3 hours, and get and I had like have a helper, and like they would show me all this stuff, and it was so fun, and we would go for an hour hack or something, and yeah, that's what made me fall in love with horse riding, just that little kind of Christmas present. And I'm glad I had that Christmas present because it started such a big obsession. The next question is, what was my worst fall, on who and how? And I've only fallen off twice. One was on Troy and one was on Bluebell. And I've got to say, I think my worst fall was on Bluebell, just because it was it wasn't scary, but it was how it happened that was the problem, because I was in the 10 o'clock, and we had 3 trot poles, and we had to do jump position no hands over the 3 poles, and then a canter in the corner, and it was between just getting my confidence back, the second lesson, getting my confidence back. So I did one lesson on Charlie that I didn't get any videos for, and then I got another lesson on Charlie, and I did get videos for that. And then it was that was on the Wednesday, and then the Saturday after that, I had not private, the 10 o'clock on Bluebell, and I did I went over the poles, trot position, not trot position, jump position, no hands. It was in trot, and then I went to pick up, and then I had to canter in the corner, and I thought I can do this. I've got my confidence back. I'll be fine. But as I went over the last trot pole, I don't know what happened. It was either she spooked or she just took off, and she took off. She kind of bolted, and I was like, "Oh, I'm fine. We're supposed to be doing canter anyway in the corner. She just went a bit early. It's fine. It doesn't matter because I didn't ask for the canter, but she kind of just went. And I thought, oh, it's fine. But I didn't have my reins, so I grabbed whatever I could, and my reins were in a knot, so she didn't like catch her feet, like they didn't fall down, and like she didn't trip over them. So they were in a knot, so I couldn't grab the reins quick enough, if you know what I mean, because it all happened so fast. So I grabbed the neck strap, but obviously I couldn't do anything with the neck strap, so I grabbed with my left hand with the neck strap, and I had a whip in my hand because with Bluebell to get her to canter you need to like use it, but with trot you don't. And because I was going to canter, I had the whip, and I couldn't grab anything with that hand, and I didn't think to drop it. And as she went round the corner, she got faster, and I completely lost my grip on the neck strap, and I kind of felt the saddle slipping. So I went to go like into the wall, so because it was slipping, I leant it to go into the wall to like push off with my hand to get my balance back and like get into the saddle properly to grab the reins, because I thought that I would be able to do that. But when I went to go into the fence like with my hand to push it off, I leant too far, and I like in the fence, if you look at my IRL riding videos, the fences is like go across ways, it's not like downwards fencing. So I managed to slip my fingers in between the two like fences going long ways, and then I kind of grabbed the fence, I don't know why, and I just kind of stayed, like I kind of felt, because when I went to lean into the fence, I leant too far, and because I put my finger into the fence, and then I kind of let go at the same time, because I kind of pushed off when I put my fingers into it, but because I pushed my fingers into it, I leant into the fence too far, and I kind of fell off. But because I didn't want to go slap into the wall because I was leaning, I kind of turned to the right, and so I was going towards A, and I ended up facing C, if you know what I mean, like going along the school. So yeah, I kind of I leant too far, and I ended up falling, but I thought I was going to fall anyway because I couldn't slow her down. Like I didn't manage to grab the reins quick enough. So afterwards I said to Emma, my instructor, what happened? She just said she took off and you didn't grab the reins quick enough, and she said it would have been fine if you had grabbed the reins, but you grabbed the neck strap. And I was like, oh, oopsies. And I got back on and I just trotted it. I didn't do jump position, no hands. I just trotted it to make her know that was not okay. But I kind of wish I did canter, because that would have been the only time I properly cantered on her. But people say that her canter's weird, but when she bolted, I actually thought her canter was fine. I actually quite enjoyed it, but I was kind of like, oh my god, she's bolting, what do I do? And I kind of went a bit western. I grabbed the neck strap with one hand and then put my other arm up into the air for some strange reason, so that I didn't rub it along the fence or anything. But yeah, I wish somebody got it on record, because that would have been funny. But yeah, that is how, that was probably my worst fall, because when I fell off for Troy, he literally just bucked, and I got unseated, and I just kind of fell to the left, and we were like cantering on a circle, and I had to canter at X, and I just kind of fell, like, I didn't fall forward, I just kind of fell forward, and then I lost both my stirrups, and he did a stride canter, and I just kind of slipped off. But yeah, those were my two falls, and I think, yeah, my worst one was Bluebell. But yeah. Right, so now we're going on to the YouTube short I asked you guys to comment on. I asked, obviously, to go comment on both of them, and I did the community post just then, and now we're on to the YouTube short questions. And then once I run out of questions, I probably won't finish. I'll probably keep going, and then I'll show you guys like the end result, if you know what I mean. Because I don't think I'm gonna max him out today. I just think I'm gonna just like train him up as high as I can before I get too bored, because yeah, I feel like I will get bored eventually. But yeah, on to some more questions. So the first question we have is, will I ever do a face reveal? I think I kind of have by accident. There's been a couple of times with my IRL riding videos where I thought I didn't need to put a dot over my face, but really I should have. Or I haven't. Oh, I've missed a little spot. But I think, yeah, I think in the future I will, but I'm not going to at the moment. Because like there's no need really, and it's just like, you know what I mean, like I don't need to do a face reveal, if you know what I mean. Like I quite like the extra editing of having to put a dot over my face, because I like know how big and how small I need to make the dot. But yeah, I don't think I will like at the moment do a face reveal. The next question is, what is my favourite tier to compete in ETG? And I think I'm either going to say intermediate, advanced, or Grand Prix. That's for show jumping. And then for cross country, I think I'm going to go with advanced, because like the courses are so hard, but they're so cool at the same time. Like there's snakes in the water that you have to jump over, there's a horseshoe you have to jump over. Like honestly, it's incredible how amazing the jumps are. I will say that there's a jump in the cross country that's the Prix wall, like a little Prix wall, which I think is a bit odd because that's show jumping and they've got that in cross country, but you know, it's fine, it doesn't matter, you know, because like it's quite interesting, because then you're kind of thinking, wait, if they've got that in cross country, surely they can add that in ETG, like in the show jumping as well. But yeah. The next question is, how long have I been riding for? And I've been riding for about 7.5 years, but that was only in the school holidays, and that was once, and that was for literally a hack. And I didn't really learn much from that. So I've only been riding regularly, and that was at the yard I am now. So I've been riding regularly at the yard I am at now, because my old yard was when I was doing like owner ponies and stuff, and only in in the school holidays. So I started riding at my current yard in June 2023, and that's when I first cantered. That is when I first rode there. So I've been riding regularly, properly. I think I'm gonna say that that's how long I've been riding, since June 2023, just because since like when I was at my old yard, I wasn't learning much. And so I would say probably since June 2023. And that's when I had my first canter, first lesson at my yard. And I think if I hadn't cantered that lesson, I probably would have just gone for that one lesson. Just because I don't know, I just thought that like cantering, it was so cool and it was so much fun, you know. So yeah, I've been riding since June 2023. I'm gonna say that. So the next question is do many of my friends IRL know about my YouTube channel? And my closest friends do. Some of my friends that I'm not friends with anymore do as well. But that was like, I told them, but they didn't believe me at the same time, you know. Or one of them found it and they were like, is this you? And I was like, no. And they were like, yeah, it is. And I was like, yeah. And then so my closest friends do. There's also Jess, who knows about it. Another girl at my yard. And there's people that go to my yard that know. There's Eva. She knows about my YouTube because I met her at my yard, and then it turns out she goes to my school as well. So that's nice. So yeah, they're about the only people. I think there's 6 people that know about my YouTube, and then 4 of them are at my school. But yeah, I think that's it really. The next question is, do I do any other hobbies beside horse riding? And I do dance. Like, I've been doing dance for years, like literally years, and that was once a week, years, and literally for years I've done it. And I've done all sorts. I've done tap's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm only doing one at the moment, just because I don't really enjoy it anymore, but at the same time it's a way to get out of the house in the week. And so I go. So I do tap at the moment, and then I've done musical theatre. I've done jazz. I've done what's it called? Lyrical? Is it lyrical? It began with an M. Me- oh my god, what was it called? Oh, I don't know what it was called. It began with an M, and then I've done street dance. I love street dance. I've done ballet. Yeah, I've done a lot, but I've only really enjoyed tap, and that's why I stuck with it. It was kind of after lockdown that I chose one dance to stick with. And yeah, that was tap, and I prefer horse riding 100%. Like, if you made me pick between going down the dancing route and the horse riding route, I would pick the horse riding route, just because it's literally my everything, horse riding, and then tap's just kind of something fun to do on the side. But yeah, I think that's all the hobbies I do. I do some sports at school, like badminton. I love badminton. I do athletics at school as well. What others do we do at school? Netball, love netball. Um yeah, I think that's about it for hobbies, really. So yeah. The next question is, what is my fave online game besides ETG? And I actually don't have one. To be honest, ETG is all I play, and then CapCut because that's why I edit on. And then I also edit on InShot as well. When I feel like it, but CapCut's main. Um, so yeah, I think I don't really have a favorite game. I like Block Blast. Block Blast is fun, but I find it quite annoying because I get like 2,000 and I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing so well. I feel like I could beat my highest score because it's like 5,000, and then I get one of those big 9 blocks and it doesn't fit. But that's the last one I had, and it wouldn't have fit anyway, and it's just so irritating. And then I rage quit a lot, like a lot. So I don't really play any other games other than them. So yeah, I don't think I really have one. So the next question is who is my least favourite ETG horse? And I know I shouldn't have a least favourite, but I do, and it's Onyx. He was my first 18-2, and I don't know why, but I love him, but at the same time I don't like his coat colour. Like, I wish he was a black because I have so many black horses. I just really wish he had some colour to him, like Grillo, Red Dun, Palomino, Chestnut, something like that. But at the same time, I don't like his face marking that much either. Because I feel like he could have had like such an interesting face marking, and then because so many of my horses have his face marking, but I love his name, the big boy Onyx. But now I've got taller horses, it doesn't really work, if you know what I mean. But it does at the same time. But yeah, he probably is my least favourite. The next question is, who is an ETG horse you're never going to sell? Chips. 100% never selling him. He is like my favourite. I've owned him for over a year and a half in ETG, and I love him so much. Like, yeah, he doesn't have the best potential. Yeah, he's quite short. Yeah, he's probably not the cutest ETG horse I have, but I'm never selling him. I just don't know why. I'm just so in love with him and attached with him, and he's surprised me of how good he is at jumping. There's also Vulcan because he is like a red Dumfriesian. So I'm probably never gonna sell him. Clover I love. I'm probably not going to sell her, but you never know, I might have to. So yeah, I think those are the horses I'm probably never going to sell. But yeah, Chip's 100% never leaving. I love him so much, honestly. He is literally like my ETG heart horse. I just love him so much. Like, I know some people might say he's just an ETG horse, like he's Pixel. Like, you shouldn't like him. You shouldn't love him. He's just a Pixel horse. I love him. I love him a lot, and I'm very sentimental. So if he got sold or I had to sell him, I honestly would probably quit ETG. Like, I love him that much. The next question is, who is my least favourite horse at my lesson horse at my yard? I'm kind of leaning towards, well, there's a couple that I can't ride, so I could just say straight up, but then they're sweet, so I wouldn't probably say them. I think out of the ones I've ridden, I'm probably going to say Harley, because he's good, but I just don't like him. I don't know why, I just don't like him. Like, he's really cute and stuff, but I don't like him that much. There's also Safi, and I mentioned Willow a while back in the video, and Willow and Saffron, or Safi, they came at the same time. So, yeah, those two are like my not Willow. I like Willow, but Safi is a bit ugly. Prince is really funny, but he's really tall, so I can't really ride him or do anything with him. Echo, actually. Wait, no, I like Echo. Will 100% is my least favourite because he's tall. Whenever you go to do up his girth, he bites you. He literally bites you whenever you try to do, like, pick at his foot or something. He literally bites so much, but it's not like a proper bite. It's just a bite, like a little he tries to bite you, or he bites himself. Like, when you do up his girth, instead of trying to bite you, he bites himself. and it's a bit weird, but I just find him a bit scary, you know, when he does that. I've never ridden him, but I just find him scary, you know. He also kicks out a bit, but he's old, so you wouldn't expect it from him. So yeah, he's definitely my least favourite. Scrap, Harley and Prince. Yeah, Will's my least favourite. The next question is, have you ever ridden in the snow? And the answer to that is no, because we do not get snow here in England, and if we do, it's not on a horse riding day that I go. So like I've never ridden in the snow. I've ridden in the rain a lot. I've ridden in the wind a lot. I've ridden in the sun. I've ridden when it's cloudy. I've ridden, like, I haven't ridden in thunderstorms. I don't think anyone would want to ride in a thunderstorm. But yeah, I've never ridden in snow. I would like to ride in snow because that would be really magical, but I've never ridden in snow before. And then the next question is, am I ever going to see Bluebell again? And do you know where she went? Do I know where she went? So I doubt I'm ever going to see her again, unless in, you know, 10, 20 years time I see her out for sale, or she does come back to near where I live, which I highly doubt, because the two girls that got her, there were two little girls, when they first saw her, they said to their dads, "Oh my god, daddy, I love her so much, can we buy her please?" And that melted my heart, because yeah, I wasn't gonna, like, when she gets sold, I was going to be sad, but their faces when they got her, it made me happy that she was going to a good home. And she did go about 4 hours away, and I know about where she went. I'm not going to say it, obviously privacy reasons, but I know where she went. I just don't know exactly where. Like, I know the area, but I don't know exactly where she went. So I don't think I'm going to see her again. Not like, unless she comes down to visit, like, they were also interested in another horse at my yard, Willow, because the older girl out of the ones that brought Bluebell, she was a bit taller than the little girl, and she was nearly as tall as me, so she was obviously going to outgrow Bluebell soon. So they were probably going to buy Willow for her, and then they could go on hacks together. And Willow and Bluebell were already good friends as well. So that would be sweet if they brought Bluebell down, and so we got to see her. But I highly doubt they will. Because, like, and if they do, I won't. The odds of me being there on the day, is really slim. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to see Bluebell again. And then the last question is, how many horses do I have in ETG? And now I currently have, I'm 2 off of max stable, but when I get the season pass, it will be max stable. So I'm going to have to sell somebody as well when I get the season pass, because there's 2 halflingers and another fjord, which I'm really looking forward to, because I really want a new fjord, because I want to do like a breeding fjord video, like fjord crosses and stuff. That's why I'm trying to get like some good horses, like 2 horses, to be able to breed with a fjord, to try and get some like good horses with a fjord mane, which would be really, really nice if we could get one. But once I get them, then that will be a full stable. So that will be 32 horses. I currently have 30 if I have 2 off. So yeah, that's exciting. But yeah, that's all the questions that I have. But I kind of need to I'm gonna show you guys my final kind of horses that I have in ETG. Not final horses, the final training that I have done with him. So yeah, let's go have a look at that. Right, guys, so I did do another 25 minutes of like training him, but I can't obviously show you that because I ran out of questions. So these are the stats we managed to get to here, and then I'm going to put on the screen where we started so you can kind of see how far we got, because I feel like we did a pretty good job, but then there's some stats that could have gone up a bit more and some that could probably shouldn't be as high as they are. But yeah, I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen right now. So I've just put it up on the screen, and you can see that mentality's gone up a lot, strength has gone up a lot, speed's gone up a lot, jump's gone up a bit, trot's gone up, and then if I move it so that you can see the other side. Right, so as you can see, responsiveness hasn't gone up, stamina's gone up a bit, 10 ability's gone up by 11. Walk's gone up to nearly max level, and canter's gone up a bit. So overall, so training has gone up a lot, but he's still not maxed out. So I'll probably work on like maxing him out over the next couple of days. Let me know in the comments if you want more of these, if you enjoy them. And comment down some ideas that if you do want more of these, comment down some ideas of things that you guys want me to like ask you and like tell in this video, because it would be nice to do some more of that, because there's no point doing a Q&A each time because the answers aren't really going to change that much. So yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you like this style of video, or if you want me to just not do any more of these. And if you want more, let me know what you would like me to talk about in the like when I do the training, because obviously I can't just talk for like an hour straight of like random stuff. I need like a set thing, because like I can't do Q&As every single time. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.